Hi everyone, this is Gavin from Gavin's Gadgets. Hope you guys are keeping well. And today I'm going to review the One More, and these are the Comfo Buds 2. And I'm going to talk about, first of all, very quickly, what's in the box. I'm going to go through the app, sound quality, mic quality, and how they compare to other true wireless earphones. So first of all, let's talk about what you get in the box. First of all, you actually get the wireless buds themselves, and you can see there's this case. Now, to compare the size of the case to these are AirPods, you can see, perhaps put it that way around, very same sort of depth, slightly taller but not as wide. I actually quite like this slender look, and there's a reason why this is pretty good. In terms of features on the case, there is an LED. I wonder if that will, yeah, there's an LED light. I don't know if you can see the light. And on the back there is the USB-C charging. Now these retail for about £60, probably the equivalent in dollars. Now I'll take one out, and if you have a look, this is the black colour. As you can see, it's a very distinctive. It looks like it's got quite a shallow bud on the end, but it's actually quite clever. It's quite long, so you get good, cool reception. But I'll talk more about that. These do have Bluetooth 5.2. Let's put. So when they're actually, don't know if you can see that. They're very comfortable. These are really comfortable to wear. So if I put the other one on just for aesthetics, so you can see, and they're not going to fall out. So that's really good. If I quick to tell you what else is in the box. So what else do you get in the box? Well, you get the little One More sticker. You get a QR code for the warranty, which is here. You actually get an instruction book, which is in multiple languages. Shows you how to pair them, how the operation works, touch controls, that sort of stuff. I'll cover that off when I go through the app. And in the final part, you have in here, you have some extra bud ends, like so. This is a USB-C to USB-A, and that's about it. It's a very, there's not much extras. You don't need a lot of extras. You'll probably never take that USB-C cable out of the box. You've probably got one lying around. So just very quickly, I thought we'll run through the app, but I want to run through, let's take a look at the key specifications of these Comfo Buds, because there's quite a lot on them. So they've got a huge 13.4 dynamic driver, and I'll explain how that translates into the music side. It's got a semi in-ear design, so if you're your sort of person that doesn't like earphones going deep into your ear canal, these don't, and that's what makes these so comfortable. Really, absolutely so comfortable, and you get a good fit as well. You can get, there's 12 different presets, EQs tuned by Luca, a famous person called Luca, with Soundworks, and they all do make a difference. I tried to reduce the bass on these, but again I'll explain more about that as I get to the sound quality. They've got AAC, they have dual mic cool cancellation, they're IPX5 water resistant. They have a low latency gaming mode if you want to, be gaming, so you can use the app to switch to that side. They use the anti-interference Bluetooth 5.2 to get the best quality connection. They have fast charge, so within 15, literally you can do 15-minute charge for 3 hours of use. Pretty good for most commuting journeys. Got touch controls, and I'll show you the app and how they work. You can do the auto pause when you take them out and play. That works really well. And with the case, and everything else, you get a total of 24 hours battery life. That's enough. If you're commuting 5 days a week, that's easily enough for a whole week in between charges. But let's take a look at the app and some of the options you get on the app. So I'll bring up the various options that you get with the app. So when you first go into the app, you'll see you're shown the colour of the buds, and you can, if you have the white pair, you can change the colour of the picture to white. It asks you at the very beginning what colour when you first set up the app. You've got the smart playback, and when you tap onto that, there's a few other options where you can change what happens when you take them out. You've got custom settings here. You've got gaming mode, which I explained is low latency. It also, the app allows for over-the-air firmware upgrade, and these have had an upgrade since I've had them. So for me, that's a real positive to have updates there. You've also got the quick guide setting, and finally you've also got, if you tap on the top right, you go into another options here, and you have smart burn-in. I do recommend doing this. It actually does make a difference. It settles down the bass, tidies a few things up, and you will be pleased with the result. But it's nice to see that a company's actually thought of actually doing this. So other options you can see, you can customize the touch controls. You can see how they are set up. If you tap on one of them, you'll see that you can change it to different tracks, volume as well, voice control. So you can really fine tune exactly how these look. But that's the app. So if I take one of these out, these are very light. As I said, they don't go deep into the ears. They have this sort of semi sort of sit in, and the rubber there just helps create the seal. So they have a sort of very light passive noise cancellation because they do still create the seal. We'll talk about first of all latency. Well, obviously you've seen that there's that gaming mode for low latency. It's fine if you're watching video. You don't notice the video latency. In terms of calls, for call quality, I did a few phone calls with some friends and family, and they thought the call quality was quite reasonable. It's not the very best I've heard, but it was perfectly acceptable. I was very surprised by that. If we move on to I suppose sort of sound quality, the bit you really want to know about. Out of the box, they have a very strong bass, and some people will love that bass. I mean, they rock. I mean, and that's quite amazing because these don't go deep into your ears. And I actually think it's really clever how they've done this seal. But they have phenomenal punch and bass. For me, that bass is to the detriment of the mids and trebles, where it bleeds into that mid-range and treble. So I then went and did the smart burn-in, and that did improve matters. But luckily, unfortunately, there's these great presets, and I went in on the EQ and I just took a preset that dropped the bass down a bit more. That was much more to my liking. So I do recommend, if you might want more bass. I mean, let's face it, you can actually increase the bass, or if you're listening to classical or voice, podcasts, you might want to change those EQ settings with the presets that you've got. So don't forget to have a look at that. So just talking about other aspects of this, and these are 60. These do cost £60, and actually there is an offer, and I'll leave a link to Amazon, and you can actually use this code. And if you're in America, you can use the same. I think the code works. They've got because these are new. I think it's I can't remember the exact code, but there's a discount code of 15% that you can put when you check out on Amazon. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that, but if you want to do that, you can. So these are very punchy, good bass headphones. They were great with movies. I really like listening to the movies and some of the dance music. When I was listening to sort of jazz, they were very good with jazz, modern pop, dance. But I did have to drop, say, that the bass down for me personally. I mean, some people might want more bass. Some people will just love them out of the box. But they have a very strong impact. And when you set the EQs you want, you've got nice treble, you've got a decent mid-range, and overall the soundstage isn't massive as you would expect, but they do have decent battery life, and they do have, so the calls are quite good. You might have some specific questions on these. Don't forget to ask away in the comments, and I'll answer everything. Everyone's got a different question, everyone has a different viewpoint, everyone wants to compare them to something else. Do they sound better than AirPods? Yes. Do they sound better than AirPods Pro? Yes. So there you go. If there's anything else you want to know, this is Gavin from Gavin's Gadgets. Ask below. Catch you guys soon. Bye for now.